Imagine like a little birdie, a little birdie is still stuck in the nest. Imagine him just looking out his nest. He sees his brothers, they already been done hatched, they already been, spread their wings and started flying, and they up there doing barrel rolls and nose dives, and doing flips and they out there getting they doing their own thing, they catching their own worm, you know what I mean? They don't need mama to feed them the worm, and you still stuck there just watching like, dang, it's by that time I should have been flying too. I should have been doing what they doing and more, I could do all that, why can't I if they doing it, and you come up to the edge, and you open up your little wings, you're like, man, I'm gonna go for it, I'm just gonna, close my eyes and just go. If I die, I die, but, this is not life, I'm staying in this nest, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta risk it all to live life, you gotta there has to be a sacrifice there, you gotta put something on the line, but there's always, mama bird from behind you, like, what you doing, baby? Like, where you going? Like, oh, mama, I'm about to jump off this nest. I'm about to just fly. I'm about to go for it. Mama like, no, you my special little guy. You can't do that, baby. That's not for you. You special. You mine. You stay right here with mama. And you and your little brothers and sister birdies like, yeah, you can't do this like what we do it. You do different. So you like, man, maybe they right. Who know me better than my own peoples and my own mama, that tell me that I can't do the things that I have in my heart to do. But maybe they, you let that doubt set in you, and you don't make a move, and you settle, and you live miserable, just staying in your lane, in your little, in the nest that was built for you, and that's where you stay, And you could compare this to your job. You can compare this to your relationships. You can compare this to a lot of different things, in life. Regardless of where you find yourself and who you are, you got to remember that God gave you wings to fly. It may take you longer to start to fly. It may be more difficult for you to learn, and you don't learn at the pace that everybody else learns, but God gives you wings to fly, and He put the wants in your heart. A lot of the wants, God puts them in your heart to do, but people can't see that because they just see based on the way they see everybody else. Not everybody is the same, not everybody learns the same, not everybody is the same, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that we're not all equal in the eyes of God. Right now, I feel like the Lord's been calling me to do like a jail ministry type thing. And, I've gotten some confirmations here and there. And the other day, this dude came up, was sitting next to me, overhearing me talk about God. He started talking to me about his church he goes to and how he has a jail ministry and Salvation Army, ministry type thing. And I'm like, man, I tell this brother in Christ, like, yo, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. And he's like, I don't think, maybe God's not called you for that. You gotta ask God, and maybe God's not called you for that. And reality is, he doesn't see. He tried to do it once, and he couldn't do it. He said the people were, they didn't want to listen. They had all these questions, and he didn't see it in me. Like, if I couldn't do it, this fool right here ain't gonna be able to do it. This little birdie ain't gonna be able to fly if I couldn't, But I have to press on and keep going with what God is trying to get me to do, even if my brother birdies don't see it that way. Because only you and God know what you have. You know what I'm saying? People, they don't know what you've done. They don't know what the Lord has done with you. People don't know. They especially at my job or people I meet, they don't know that I've preached to hundreds of people at a time. That God has used me in this and that and this. They don't know all those testimonies, but I do. I know, and that pushes me forward all those, they're like stepping stones to help me. You know, like David. Before David went up against Goliath, God prepared him by having him face a lion, having him face a bear. You know, he had him face this and that so he can get to that bigger thing. And you know, it's the same thing with us. So we can't just stay in the nest as children of God, as people. You know, we have to take that risk and go for it, believing till we learn to fly.